Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Recha Kodash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect. And Lord willing, this would be another brief lesson. Okay, but as I was, browsing through some more articles, I actually came across this one as well. And, it's still dealing with this border situation. However, this is a more sombering message, as it's put in the article. And as you can see in the headline, the country has been invaded, quote unquote. Ex-FBI brass pen sobering letter over new and imminent danger from Biden's open border. And I mean, there's a good point, a good case to be made with this, right? You're leaving your border wide open and it being announced to pretty much the whole world. So they don't need to like sneak in. They don't need to, no, they can just walk right in. 10 retired FBI officials and experts in counterintelligence or intelligence sent a letter to congressional leaders warning that the Biden administration's policies have facilitated a soft invasion of military-aged men into the United States from terror-linked areas of the world. The letter, written on January 17th before Texas Governor Greg Abbott invoked the invasion clause of the U.S. Constitution, suggests that a T attack is likely imminent. Okay, the word imminent doesn't mean 10 years from now. Okay, it means any day now. The threat we call out today is new and unfamiliar. In its modern history, the U.S. has never suffered an invasion of homeland, and yet one is unfolding now, the letter reads. Military-aged men from across the globe, many from countries or regions not friendly to the United States, are landing in waves on our soil by the thousands. Not by splashing ashore from a ship or parachuting from a plane, I think that should say, but rather by foot across a border that has been accurately advertised around the world as largely unprotected and ready, with ready access granted. Now, imagine if you are an adversary of the United States, okay, and you look at this, and you hear that their border is open, okay. I mean, if you take one hypothetical example like Iran, and you say, okay, if with Iran, with the state they're in, with them vowing, right, to get revenge on the U.S. and Israel and all that for all the different attacks that they've suffered, right? You may think, okay, well, Iran could, try to launch an EMP attack or something like that, but that's very, open. It's very known they did this, and it could, they may hit you, but they may get hit back even harder without doing as much damage. But then they could say, well, you know what? We're not as big militarily as the U.S., but if their border is open and we can get some sleeper cells in there, we can do a lot more damage. If we're going to retaliate and trigger a war or something like that, then we can do a lot more damage from within. So, this is just a hypothetical example, but you have adversaries that are looking at this and saying, oh, sure. And if you don't know what a sleeper cell is, go and look it up. Okay, it's basically like a troop, somebody that's sent in, similar to a spy, but is sent to lay low until they're given a signal to go and do whatever it is they got to go do, i.e. T attacks. It would be difficult to overstate the danger represented by the presence inside our borders of what is comparatively a multi-division army of young single adult males from hostile nations and regions whose background, intent, or allegiance is completely unknown. Exactly. They don't know. They're not doing research on these people. They're just saying, hey, come on in. They include individuals encountered by border officials and then possibly released into the country. And then it kind of makes sense why, a lot of these NGOs are involved in this. Along with the shockingly high estimate of gotaways, meaning those who have entered and evaded apprehension, the letter continues. Senator Ron Johnson called the letter sobering. Right, as you can see, this sobering letter from the former FBI, Homeland Security, and other law enforcement officials describes the chilling reality of why POTUS, President of the United States, open border is a clear and present danger to America, and yet they want to go to war with Texas over it. Earlier this week, Abbott invoked Texas's right to self-defense, deeming the migrant crisis an invasion. In response, a coalition of 25 Republican governors have signed a letter in support of the Texas resistance, which I just did a lesson on that. And you can see that in here. Meanwhile, Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton posted a meme on X which reads, "Come and take it." Oh, man. Wonder why we aren't seeing more Texas flags all over every Republican politician's feed and profile the way we saw it with Ukraine. Of the more than 10 million illegal border crossers who have entered the U.S. since Biden took office, more than 1.7 million are gotaways. So more than 1.7 million of them that got in are, like they came in and they managed to evade apprehension. And now they're floating in here somewhere. Those who have illegally entered and evaded capture since Biden has been in office. The majority of these are reportedly military-aged men. And yet, I mean, this is happening right now, and people are just la-di-da-di-da. Like everything is all good. And that's why the scriptures say it's going to be a time like never before, and it's going to hit these people like sudden destruction. In light of such a daunting, unprecedented penetration by uninvited foreign actors, it is reasonable to assert that the country possesses dramatically diminished national security at this time. The nation's military and laws and other natural protective barriers have provided traditional security in the past have been thoroughly circumvented over the past 3 years, the former FBI officials wrote. The letter calls on Congress to secure the border against these young men, and those already here illegally must be identified and removed without delay. Yeah, but maybe it's already too late. Okay, and then they go into the authors. You have people from, former FBI, Criminal Investigation Division, former Cyber Response Services branch, like all these different, divisions that they were in. And they're saying, look, man, this is a national security threat. And who knows, it might already be too late. Okay, but this is what's going on. All right, this is what's going on. More and more information is coming out. But that part right there, all right, where they said, that T attack is likely imminent. Okay, and now they have a very good story to push. If something does go down, the story is right there. Oh, well, what did you expect? You opened up your border and anybody could come in here. So what that also means is stay alert, because you never know who's next to you or who's around you. If you're at the mall or you're at school or you're at work or wherever you are, you never know who it is that you're really around. So definitely stay in the spirit, pray, okay, and be circumspect. Anyway, with that, I'm going to end it here. Lord willing, that was edifying and informative to the elect. In closing, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Brachak, Wadash. Until next time, Shalom.